Welcome back, anglers. I'm the Survivalist, and we return to Russian Fishing 4, where we're probably just going to end the series off with today's episode and keep trying for, let's try the diced potatoes on this, why not? End the series off with this episode, just see whatever we can catch using our, kind of usual rigs we've been playing around with, and yes, the cold is still here, obviously. I'm really hoping in the next couple of days it does, like, wear off and I'm feeling much more towards my usual. But we'll see if we can get a few more fish to wrap things up with. We were able to get a half dozen last episode, so it wasn't a blowout like we have had some weekends, but we'll see if we can just get a bit lucky and maybe get at least 6 more. We just changed up the bait that we're using for the bottom rod, so we'll see if that makes a difference. And we pull in some other things on them. And give it a little bit of time here, and if nothing, we'll keep moving down along the bank of where we are. Because, yeah, started over here and actually had mostly success with the float rod. But then we haven't really had too much happening as we've been going down along. Maybe we'll try this little area here next. That, or even try over here, and then over here. Well, we'll have to wait and see. For now, just give it some time and see if these changes do bring about anything that happens. Although, so far, not really looking like much, is it? The float rod has definitely been one that's really hit or miss in some regards. Like, it sometimes gets a lot of attention as soon as it hits the water almost, and other times it's like the bottom rods where it can sit for almost forever and never see any attention. So again, we'll only give it a little bit of time, see what happens, and then probably move along. No jingle from either rod yet. We do have the Crucian Gibble mix. I don't know if they would go for the diced potatoes with that or not. But they are... Actually, I don't know if we've even had anything go for the potatoes yet. If we move down to another area and they still don't have any activity to them, maybe we'll try the corn seeds next, or the kernels, or whatever. Yeah, not even a little bit of a nip at the floats. You know what? I am going to pull things up. With how it was going last episode. Oh, and that. Come on in. Since we just spent a little bit of time here at the end of last episode, I don't feel too inclined to spend super long here. Might as well keep moving until we can find a spot that might be doing a bit better for us. So slowly bring it in. Yeah, I'll keep friction brake at 20. I think that's a decent spot for starting off with. And see if this one we have to increase the brake at all or not. Okay, come on, shouldn't be too much longer before it's brought in. There we go. Okay, so I think We'll try down here at this, and then over there at that. Just because it's a little bit of like an easy to identify spot on the map from when we're close to where we are. We apparently found the Ford location. Yeah, I think, actually, this might be a good spot right here. Yeah, I don't need it too far out because we're not really trying to get to the other side over there. There we go. Both are primed, so it should be pretty easy to read. And you know what? I'm going to increase the depth a little bit. Yeah, I'll try there and see what happens. Okay, so it is deep enough that that does work. Not entirely sure. It looks like the depth is just 0.5 for most of the areas. Looks like because of the hatch lines, I think it's 0.5 all around there and there, up here and over here. But then all from, say, here and over here is 1.5. I might be mistaken in reading that, and it's just the texture of the map, but it's the only thing I can go off of right now. Again, we'll give it a minute or two, see if there is any interest from anything here. And if not, I'll probably try switching out the bait I've got on both of the rods. I don't think I've actually had anything go for the diced potatoes yet. So I don't know if it's like only certain species really do like them as a bait, or maybe they're too advanced and I spent too much silver, considering we're only on like the 3rd map now. Honestly, don't know, but it's just trial and error. Okay, well, we finally got a little bit of something going on with the left rod. There's just a few jingles, nothing definitive yet. Yeah, I'm not going to act on it yet. I mean, I see it twitching every so often, but I don't see the line really getting dragged any direction. Oh. Okay, now we're definitely acting on that. Ooh, and whatever it is might be of good size, too. Because it's not quite breaking into the orange tension yet. But it does have a good amount to the rod. Looks like it's a big crucian? Or maybe a gibble. No, actually a decent-sized bream. 1.369 kilograms. We'll keep you. Oh, of course, now that's going. Seems like maybe all we had to do was wait for it to get cloudy again, and then the fish start coming out. Okay, we'll toss that out there. And let's get this out into the water again. If it takes as long for another strike at all to come to one of the rods, I think I will switch out for the corn seed. But at least we've gotten a decent-sized fish for the weekend. Won't be ending things off with just a bunch of little tiny small fry. I mean, granted, 1 point something kilograms ain't too big either, but from the range of size we have been catching through the series, it's not bad. Yeah, nothing off that one. You just went in. And we just gotta wait and see if anything else does happen to this one. Then I think we'll try switching the bait up once. See if that changes anything here. And then maybe over here. And that might be it for... Oh. For the weekend. And we're going to have a bit of rain. So I don't know if that'll attract some fish or not. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe the diced potatoes are too big of a bait for most of the species. Like, again, when it comes to in-game info, you're not really going to find anything, so wood will have to be looked up outside and read on other sources. It's just kind of from what I've seen so far with trying it, doesn't really seem to have like a high turnover rate or like a high hit rate for a lot of species going after it, or even there's one species that just really does like it a lot. So, yeah, you know what? We'll leave that sitting. Maybe something will hit it. I'm going to bring this rod in, change it out for the, put the corn seed in there. Or put one on the hook, toss it out, and see if anything hits there. The same on the other. If it does stay pretty quiet like this for a while still, we'll try that one last spot, and then return back to the kind of hub area, and just sell off what we've caught so far. You know what? I'll put that away for now, just because we might have a fish on this one. Nope. Might have been too quick to try to act with it. You know, I'm not going to do a full power cast out either. Let's just say right there. Let the line go for a while. And there, it went pretty slack. So we'll adjust to that and see if anything changes. And then we'll bring this in as well, change out that bait, and have it out there as well and see if anything goes for it. Now, I've got to remember that when it does come to switching over to the float rod, it seems like you almost have to give it a little bit of extra time before you do act on bringing it in if it looks like there's a fish on it. It just seems like I've had better success that way than being too quick and hasty with trying to bring it in. Actually, I'm going to bring this in, and I'm going to actually reduce the float depth. And it was working for us catching like some of the fish way up in the shallow corner here. I don't know if it'll hold true, but it's at least worth a shot. And again, we'll just say give it another minute or two. If it stays pretty dead across all three rods, one move, and try there, then wrap up. We have only gotten a couple of fish so far this episode. So let's just see, it is getting dark, so that might not help us. Although I don't know if Maybe bottom fishing might have a little bit more results at night. Things might come to feed more along the bottom. Can't really say for sure, we just gotta wait it out. Yeah, I'll give it like just another minute and then bring it all in. It's always that torn part where you want to be patient enough to give things a chance, but you have to be a bit impatient too, where you don't want to just sit there with nothing going on for too long. That's always one of the things about Russian Fishing 4 is trying to find that balance. I don't think I ever have or ever will find it. I'm going to bring everything in and try to move us along. Feel like if we would have gotten something, we probably would have seen it by now. Oh, I actually forgot that I had the friction brakes all the way. I guess because of trying to pull it in the last time. Let's bring this in, and then we'll try the other side of the bridge there. Yeah, and this is where I gotta set the friction brake to maximum to just get it out. Okay, come on along. There we go. We'll put that away so it's not swinging all over the place. And I feel like I've actually tried from this before. I probably have on one of our other weekends, but we'll just see if anything does change a second time out here. Oh. Okay, do I have to do... I gotta do like that if I want to have the rod pods here. So maybe... I guess I never did try here. So yeah, this is a little bit of a weird setup to have them at. Okay, well, they're at least over there. They do not look right, but at least it's something out in the water, so we'll see if anything does happen. If it functions, I'll take it over the fashion for the looks. But again, we'll just give it a few minutes, see if anything hits. If not, everything in, and we'll just head to sell it all off and wrap up everything here. Yeah, one of the things I'm definitely kind of seeming to pick up on is maybe going for like the cheaper baits would have been the smarter idea. Like, it's probably a misnomer that I'm just coming up with, but things like the wet bread, the worm, for like how they would see some things going after them. Maybe I should have went for the cheaper stuff, thinking more in line. Earlier maps would be more cheaper baits effective on them. And the higher you get, the more expensive baits you want to use. I don't know if there's any truth to that, but it definitely feels like the corn seed and the diced potatoes are not having any impact on this map. Yeah, not even a jingle off of either of the rods. One more minute, and then we're bringing Ooh. Well, the float rod again produces where the other two have not. But we are going to go through again. One more minute with the lines in, then everything's pulling in, and we're going to go and sell off our final collection. I guess our final harvest. Yeah, not even a little chime. No twitch to the lines. We just got the random little bit of luck with the float rod here, but I think that might be all we're going to get. It could come down to the time of day and the weather has made it harder, but it's a lot of trial and error. A lot of error. Yeah, I'm going to pull everything in. Bring you out. Let's get this in. And then we'll get the other one and just sell off the 9 fish we got for the weekend. There we go, that one's in. And just gotta get this one now. And then it'll just be a quick little jog into Oldburg. There we go. Yeah, it didn't have any real good results from today, but we at least got one fish that was over the kilogram mark. So let me just see if I can try to remember. Oh, it's a little more north, okay. Yeah, here it is. It's a little annoying to have that. There's not another little gate or entrance on the backside of this little spot, just get in easier, but it's not too bad for, covering the distance to get back here. Okay. I doubt we have anything for the cafe. We'll take a quick look anyway, just in case, because you never know. I mean, if I was able to get a few more perch, we might have actually had that we could have done. We did get the one bleak just from float fishing. None of the gibble were large enough. Oh, if I actually got 2 more bream of the same size, we would have been able to get that, but yeah, not too much we could have done here. So we're just going to sell the rest and wrap everything up here. And that goes for 10 silver. Not bad, I suppose. But not a lot either. And with that, we are going to bring Russian Fishing 4 as a series to a close here. Next weekend, we're going to start Ultimate Fishing Simulator, take a look at that, see what differences it has on offer, and just keep the Wilderness Weekend theme going. Thank you all very much for joining me on this very long-running series. If you did like the video, you should give a like, and any comments, tips, tricks, or fishing game suggestions, be sure to leave them comments right down below. Until I do see the next series or video, anglers and survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy angling.